And this is toDIYfor, and as a 90s baby, I am so pumped that all of the trends and styles from the 90s are kind of starting to come back. One being the scrunchie, which I used to rock, especially side ponytails. Well, a scrunchie is super simple to make, and when you make it yourself, you customize the fabric, and it's really inexpensive. It's really great to do with scrap pieces of material that you have kicking around because you don't need a whole lot, and you just need like an elastic and you gotta stitch it together. So I'm going to quickly show you how you can be on trend with the scrunchies. So the first step is just taking your material and measuring out a piece that is 16 inches by 4 inches. So now we have this piece and you're going to fold it in half. I've got the good side on the insides. And what you're going to do is stitch all along the side here. So I'm just going to quickly run that through my sewing machine. So you want to make sure that you didn't sew right to the edge. It's good to keep about, a 1/2 inch here open. And we are going to flip this inside out. Okay, so now that I've got it flipped inside out, this is why we've left the little space there. Actually, it might be a better idea to leave it even a little bit longer than I have, but we are going to connect these two ends now by lining up these seams here. And we're going to stitch all the way along right to the other end, but there's still going to be this little tiny hole, which was where we will stuff the elastic into. Okay, so with a few hand stitches, because it was a little too tricky to do with my sewing machine, I've sewn just about half of this. I still have a hole in here. I'm going to fill it with my stretchy elastic here before closing it up. So the easiest way to do this is to put safety pin on the end of this and feed it through. I want to do quite a few stitches here because this will be a high stress point. And I stabbed myself, that's why I'm bleeding. Trim this and trim this. You'll want to fold these pieces in and stitch it. So for this second one, I've got more of a velvety kind of fabric. I made it 5 by 18 instead of 4 by 16 to see if it'll have any different results. And again, I'm just gonna take this through my sewing machine. If you leave that hole open, even more so, it's a lot easier to take this actually through the sewing machine as opposed to doing it hand stitched like I had to do last time. So it is that simple to make this trend that's come back into style if you want to wear it. It took me maybe 5 to 10 minutes to make each one. It's really great if you have a sewing machine, it'll go really quick. And it cost next to nothing because this was fabric that I already had at home. Just use scrap material because it doesn't need a lot of material. And you can buy the elastic band that I used inside from the dollar store. So it's cheap, cheap, cheap. And you can customize it with your own fabric too. So if you like the smaller version, this is again 4 inches by 16 inches. The larger one is 5 inches by 18 inches. And you don't need to make it any longer than 18 inches, but maybe if you wanted, you could do 6 inches, but I don't know that you need to have it any bigger than that. But experiment with it and then share with me how you're styling your scrunchies if you're digging this style. And please let me know what other kind of styles and trends that you're liking this fall season. Leave that in the comments below, and who knows, maybe it'll be something that I can DIY in the future for ultra cheap. and I would love to see how you're styling your scrunchies if you're wearing this trend. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at @JanelleSteeper. Tag me in those photos so I can check it out, and otherwise, don't forget to subscribe. I will be back next Wednesday with a new video. Cheers.